All right, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. And first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Hey, back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So yeah, man, a brother had did, I don't have a brother's information, man, but through the spirit, all you got to do is give a little diligence, and you'll find any brother's video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shah. But a brother had did a testimony of a vision or a dream that he had of the kingdom of heaven. All right. And the Wadi Haba Shema Hawashai for blessing us with balance, because we deal with the harsh realities of the Bible on a daily basis. So it's always refreshing when the Lord blesses a brother or a sister with these visions and dreams, like he said he was going to give us in these last days. And it was beautiful. I even, I cried hearing about it, and it just made me think. And I just wanted to, do a quick epistle, concerning the kingdom of heaven, and how whatever we have to lose and sacrifice on this side, including our own lives and anything that comes with it, is definitely worth it. All right, it's worth the sacrifice. What the Lord has prepared for us is worth the sacrifice. I can't remember everything the brother was saying, but he was very excited. And I've heard other brothers and sisters talk about what they said, and it all is lining up. Everything that they're seeing, it's everyone is saying basically, the same thing. How glorious it is, how pretty it is, how the people look, how we were decked out as a people, and everyone was heavy melanated. Brown skinned people, and how just how good we all look and how we were all getting along. But a couple of things I remember he did mention there were birds flying around with crowns upon their heads, and certain brothers was flying, and that alone, man, is just amazing. And it definitely boosted my faith. And once you have a goal like that, and our goal is to receive this kingdom of heaven, receive mercy first and foremost, and be blessed with the kingdom of heaven from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, it just makes everything that is this life totally pointless, other than us learning, to serve Yahweh Hashem and Shah. The Lord told us to count these things as dung. So these things that we're gonna lose, we dung. It's dung, I meant. All right. So I again, in Micah 2 and 10, I brought this out to say again, arise ye and depart, you Hebrew Israelites, and depart, for this is not your rest. Okay. I've done a couple lessons about Atlanta and how you so-called blacks especially believe that Atlanta is this black Mecca, this paradise, the Mecca. That's what they say. The quote-unquote black Mecca is what they call it nowadays. For our people, and of course through the spirit I have to address some things, and basically tell them, nah, this is not it, man. All right. Now what I do understand, listening to how passionate that brother was with that vision, very passionate, and so was I. It was amazing to hear it, the excitement in his voice. And every time a brother and sister see these visions of an undisclosed location, or which we liken it unto the kingdom of heaven, or an example of how it's going to be, because even in these visions and dreams, I don't know what the brothers see. I can only come up with things in my own mind. I haven't received those type of dreams and visions, but I can believe that even what they see is not going to be nothing to be compared to how it's actually going to be. So call hello Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah for that. But yeah, it's just exciting. And, oh yeah, the whole point. Oh yeah, and I was thinking through the spirit about our people, what the Lord is getting ready to bless us with, and our heart's desires. And I've came to the conclusion, this kingdom is exactly what we all want if we really think about it. All we have ever want, and we've done it in a wicked way here in Babylon the Great. Let's look at Babylon the Great, where most of our people, or a lot of our people, are at now, through that captivity and punishment. How we act, the way we talk, our customs that we have in the so-called U.S., whether we're scattered at, from the West Coast to the East Coast to the South to the Midwest, how we talk different, and how most of the Israelite, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have this huge amount of pride about where they're from. Especially you talk about Atlanta. This is where the Lord had me scattered, in the South and Georgia. So I'm very familiar with it. So I speak about Atlanta a lot because we grew up down here. But anywhere, from especially California, New York, all these places that went to hell, by the way, went to shit. All right. But I came to the conclusion this is what we want, and this is what the Lord has been talking about all this time, about this kingdom, this glorious kingdom, this city. This is what we want. Now I'm just want to talk about the actual kingdom, because we know and understand, there's going to be more to it. Planets to open up for us, and we'll get to visit these planets and see what the Lord really has out there. But as far as the Lord coming to this earth and establishing the kingdom, this is what we want. But you see, that's why our people are flocking to Atlanta like that, because a part of their spirit knows this is how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to have our own land with our own people, doing what we want to do, talking how we want to talk, dressing how we want to dress, without all the drama. That's what we all desire. I just got a chance to go to Universal with Hollywood over the summer, and it was amazing. Of course, we be in the spirit, most days through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. So we look at things spiritual, and of course I'm in this amusement park liking it unto the kingdom of heaven. Even though there were other nations in there, I just and of course, don't get it twisted, people be acting a fool. Matter of fact, I had to act a fool out there a little bit, but for the most part people are getting along. All right, people are hugged up on each other, and the children are happy playing, and it's just an amazing place. Seeing, especially a place like Disneyland and things like that, where they design it like it's some type of paradise. And that's why Eve is always flocking to these girl trips, going on to these so-called exotic places. At least people here in Babylon are great. They got to visit those places, right? Visit the exotic places, want to be on the water, want the sun to hit their skin, want the jewelry, the clothes. Well, this is what the Lord has already promised us, that he was going to give us this kingdom, aka this city. All right, so we the heck is this? We won't need Atlanta, we won't need Miami, Chicago, Detroit, what was the nickname for the Chocolate City, all that old stuff, man. That we uplift these places that we are in our captivity in, man. All these places, and we have such pride. I have Georgia tattooed on me. We put these names on us and everything, and it shows you the links that we will go to represent where we're from, where we're trying to teach our people. Guess what? We're not Crips, Bloods, we're not Georgians or New Yorkers, man. We Hebrew Israelites. We already have a nation, customs, and laws, and the ways to conduct ourselves. Unfortunately, for most of our people, they weren't chosen to really hearken to that. So they're doing whatever they want to, and any type of glory that would be given unto us, it's always messed up because of the wickedness. You see the women, and even like the dancing, who cares, man? But all this provocative dancing and the way that they're naked is the issue. You can dance all you want in this kingdom, and Lord know that's what you're gonna do, you women. And I can't wait to get to this kingdom, man. But for now, all we're trying to teach our people again, that this is not your rest. Atlanta's not your rest. Miami ain't your rest. New York not your rest, man. Wherever you're from, man. All right, scatter out throughout the earth, man. But we speak on Babylon the Great, the so-called USA, because a lot of us do live here, man. All right, but that vision that the brother had was absolutely beautiful. Just hearing him talk about them birds with crowns on their heads is enough for me to be like, oh my goodness. And again, I don't know what you brothers see in your mind when you hear the visions and things like that. I'm just picturing all type of stuff, man. He went into how he looked. He saw himself, saw other brothers, the women, and just how good he looked. He mentioned how he looked then, and I believe him, man. Like there, how he looked, probably every girl, every woman on this planet right now, there's not one woman that wouldn't want him. How the brother described himself looking in that kingdom, man. And I'm thinking about myself, how I'm gonna look, how other brothers gonna look, how the sisters gonna look, and especially my children. Already thinking about her, my daughter ear just being lit up, because he was going through a little detail, the different type of jewels that we had on. He said we was decked out. Every time the sun hit it, the streets of transparent gold lighting up. The stuff that we're wearing is just lighting up. Again, there's crowns on freaking birds. All right, this is it, man. And again, it's totally worth it if you think about it, man. Like if you look at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, not like the lies that we inherited and what this white man told us about kingdom, the kingdom of heaven was supposed to be. Now this is going to be a quote unquote city for a bunch of black people, a bunch of melanated people, man. It is what it is. Black, brown, I'm saying black, but y'all know what I mean. Melanated people. And the weather is going to be, perfect. And I can't wait. We got to get out of these raggedy brick cities, man. And I mean, he's going into detail about a lot of stuff, how the buildings was all made out of, precious gemstones, man, and the inside, and how some of the tables were made of this. I could see the type of wood that he was describing, this shiny wood, man. Oh man, we gotta get out of here. But let me bring out the rest of these precepts, man. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, man. And again, man, it's about whatever we have to sacrifice, it's worth it. I won't have you brothers and sisters ignorant. It's not an easy thing to sacrifice. When we say, sacrifice and let it go, it's not easy. All right. But that is the goal. And the Lord has shown us, a goal, given us a goal, which is this kingdom to be perfected. And there's a process to get there. But again, it is totally worth it. Deuteronomy 14 and verse 2, for thou art an holy people, talking about the Hebrew Israelites, a holy people unto the Lord thy God, Yahweh, of course. And the Lord Yahweh have chosen thee to be a peculiar people. And I got just a regular definition for peculiar, right? Strange, odd, unusual. So everything about us, the way that all the other nations, everything that we do, the way that we look, first and foremost, our power, Yahweh Shema Shai, and being that he's actually our power, and he's telling us he's the one that chose us to be his people, the way that we talk, the Hebrew, and again, everything else, the way that we dress, our law, statutes, and commandments, the fact that we don't steal from one another, don't kill each other, don't commit adultery, all these things is peculiar, strange, odd, unusual to the other nations, man. All right, so a peculiar people unto himself. And here's a great point: above. That's not equal to, my brothers and sisters. That means we are better than, greater than, or supposed to be above who? All the nations that are under the earth. And that goes for everybody that you see, man. The so-called white man, the so-called China man, the so-called Indian man, etc., the so-called African. All right, we're not the same. We're supposed to be peculiar, strange, odd, unusual in righteousness. All right, now guess what? We're strange, odd, unusual, peculiar now in wickedness. People all over the earth are in awe and amazement how we kill each other on a daily basis, especially at such a young age with all the gang banging stuff. All right, they're in awe at how whorish and clamorous our women are, man. They're in awe, but they're supposed to be in awe because of our righteousness. And if we were doing the right thing, the Lord would super bless us, man. But guess what? It's coming still, and first and foremost for the remnant. And if you want to be a part of that, then of course the Lord told us to give diligence to make that calling and election sure. So if you feel like first and foremost, if you want to go, all right, if you want tickets, all right, if you want entrance, if you want to move, all right, to this city that the Lord has built, just like Dubai, how they try to build Dubai, or even going back to Atlanta and these theme parks and stuff. Matter of fact, they got a new theme park and Epic Universe opening up in Orlando, man. It's supposed to be crazy, but again, I liken that unto the kingdom of heaven, man. We want tickets, all right? We want reservations. We want to be some of the first ones into this theme park that the Lord has built, man. Let's just keep it real. We're like the Lord's children. We ain't nothing but big kids, man. We want a city. We want it to look nice. We want to look nice, and we want our whole family to look nice. Lord, no. Through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, I'm tired of arguing with my damn brothers and sisters. And I'm talking about my spiritual brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel. I am tired of going past the gas station and having to keep going because you niggas is ganged up outside, or I gotta look, constantly watch my own people, or I'm saying hi to Eve. She can't even say hi. She got a motherfucking attitude 24/7. It's just old. I'm tired of it, man. I can't wait to get in this kingdom. Nothing is better. You understand me? I can say that from my own experience on this life, 35 years on this earth. This time, nothing is better than when we all getting along and we're prospering. When everybody good, everybody got a little. I'm talking about in our captivity. I ain't even talking about being rich. When everybody got a little bit of money, they're responsibilities are taken care of, got a decent bill of health, and we just together. Cookouts, all right, kickbacks in the club. And I ain't talking about ratchet. I'm talking about, good quote unquote grown club where the music is good. It isn't, destroying our people. Just good music, good food. That's all we really want. Jacob is a plain man, smooth. Well, even though we can get into that bungee jumping and exploring, and we can get into that, there's nothing wrong with that. But our true nature, I believe, is just to be amongst each other, kicking it. And that's what we want, man. And that's what the Lord is offering, man. This glorious city completely decked out, and we're gonna be decked out, man. And we have to get there. We have to get there. It's finna be a horrific process. I'm not even going to lie to you. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, to get to this kingdom, things are going to get horrific. And the spirit made me use the word horrific. But hey, if you learning, you should know that, hey, the Lord said He got us. He promised us, protection. If we're His, and when it's all said and done, it's going to be worth it, man. So and that's again the water Yahweh Shem Shah for balance, because again we deal with the rough stuff a lot. We deal with the rough stuff actually more than we deal with the, multiple wives for the men, and, how we're going to look, and, the how rich we're going to be and all those things. So I thank the Lord for when He does put the spirit on a brother or sister to share those things, because I absolutely love hearing about the kingdom, man. I got things that I see in my mind, how it's going to be, how it's going to look, but it's nothing to be compared of what the Lord has really prepared for us, man. All right. So let's keep it moving to oops. Here we go. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with a terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of His salvation, so far beyond all they look for, man. Going into our salvation, and how we prophesy chariots and, these quote unquote heavenly vehicles that the Lord is going to come with, and that the Lord owns, all right, and has created, being beamed up, all right, all these things, man. And again, just our people, the law, statutes, commandment, it's all peculiar, all right. That the way that we're going to be delivered via Yahweh Shai and the host of holy angels and the chariots, those vehicles, and then whatever else He coming with, that's just what He done, you know what I mean, what we know. I'm sure it's going to be a lot more to it, than just, the chariots and things like that. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, like just the word crazy, peculiar, strange, man. All right. Because the people don't know Yahweh Shem Shai. They don't know how the Lord get down, and they haven't seen us in our power, our strength, because we've been going off all these years, man. But when we finally get it right, and the Lord lets us get it right, it's gonna be a sight to see, man. Everything from the music, the way we smell, the way we look, our actual kingdom, and the things that we'll be able to do, man. I mean, sisters have had visions and dreams, and one sister was going into how the Moabites, the Israelites got on a chariot and went to go quote unquote visit where the Moabites were during our time in the kingdom, and how when we got there, they all started bowing and they were kissing the men's feet, because they knew that we were coming. She said we were coming. When we come visit these people, it's for two reasons. One was to correct, and one was to bless. So whenever we was to come visit these other nations, it would be for those reasons, to correct them, because they're going the hell off. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, in relation to people thinking that this kingdom is for everybody. Okay, that's a whole nother topic. And again, she said we came to bless them, man, and how just when we pulled up, they were all bowing to us, man. Well, that's what's coming to us, man. That's what's coming, and that's a beautiful thing. And I for sure can't wait, just to and not even just the stunning aspect, just the safety aspect, the peaceful aspect, the just enjoying. Ain't nothing better than being around good people, enjoying the Lord's earth, enjoying the sun when it ain't too hot, it ain't too cold, right? Good drink, good music, ain't nothing better. I love personally having a house full of love beautiful women. It doesn't matter if they're mine or my family. I love, I want my daughters to be beautiful. I love it when, my daughter is all decked out and look good out, especially we need to talk about our own women and, the multiple wives that we'll have, all of our wives, absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, the brother was going into, Eve, he said, she was there too for sure. I'm talking about all the women now. But the way he said it, I could receive it, man. He said she didn't look like how she looked now. Now, of course, we know they gonna look different, but I wonder how different. I want to see what the Lord really, has created in relation to that woman, man. Because we ain't seen especially the so-called black woman. She's, a lot of them trash right now. They done trash themselves out, man, and they think that this is their rest, and they think they're perfect. They're a long way from it. Thus saith Yahweh Bahashim and Yahweh Shah. All that bleeding every month, all that stuff gonna be cut out in the kingdom, man. You'll never have any amount of filth on you ever, especially you women, man, when we get in this kingdom. But hey, the brother was like, Eve didn't look like she did. He was saying that, she was gorgeous, had long hair, all that, man, and they were just decked out. And what he was saying, it was garments that he never even seen before. It was jewels and gemstones that he never seen before. And then he said he seen a part that and it looked like a forest, but through the path it was just paved with just nothing but gemstones. Oh man, come on. Oh man, come on. And niggas will sell their soul spill blood about these whack ass diamonds, man. Hey man, every time you hear the kingdom, I don't even think diamond is even mentioned. The Lord always goes into, these precious stones. I can't wait because I can see it, man. I can see a bunch of different crazy color, bright, glowing stones just lined up in my daughter's ear. Just a bunch of them, different color, and they real. And I can see them in her sandals, real gemstones just shining, and just 24/7, bro. We just shining because guess what? Truth be told, if we just really think about it, this is what we all want, man. All right, we all want to not necessarily stunt, but we all just want to look nice, man, and we want our people to look nice, and we want to have a good time always. That our people are showing you that with all the damn dancing and folly. It's just they don't know how to wait. They don't have patience. They're jumping the gun, and again, they're thinking that this is their rest, and it is not. All right. 3, 4. Let's go to the book of Zechariah. Concerning the kingdom and the fact that guess what? Nowadays, you don't really see children even playing outside like that no more. I'm a 80s baby, late 80s baby, and I know for sure all we did was be outside from especially the summer. If it's not too hot down here, but as soon as the sun go down in the summer when it ain't too hot, because sometimes it get too hot to come outside, but we outside full court, 5-on-5. We got the numbers packed out, and I'm talking about from teenagers, from little small children all the way to 18, 19-year-old, man. We was in the streets playing. Let's see what the Bible has to say about that. Being that the children don't play outside no more, especially here in Babylon the Great. There it is, Zechariah chapter 8, verse 5. In the streets, well, let me go up in verse 3. Zechariah 8:3. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I am returning to Zion. All right, Israel, same, they're synonymous, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. This is talking about the time of the kingdom. And Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord Yahweh of hosts. The holy mountain. And then I want to go down to verse 5. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. You don't see that no more, and that's a huge problem. We need our children playing. That helps us as adults. Now when we get in this kingdom, it's not going to be an issue, but I'm saying right now, when we used to hear basketball, see now when you see a group of young black boys, you gotta clutch your own weapon, because you don't know what the hell they on. Back in the day, it wasn't that bad, at least where I grew up. I didn't grow up in Compton, all right, so I don't know what the hell they had going on in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, or Chicago. I was in Georgia. We wasn't on all that crazy stuff. It was, the gang stuff was here, but it wasn't like it was in those places where they started it. But you would hear basketball and hear the laughter of the children. I really think there's a spiritual side to hearing a child laugh and play. I think looking at it now, to me, that's a sign all right, of peace. Hearing when you, because if it's not peace, if it's wartime, surely you're not going to hear women and children laughing. All right, it's going to be the exact opposite: screams and turmoil and pain, all right, and crying and suffering. But when the children are happy, this is nothing better than hearing a child, little girl, little boy, playing together, having fun, coming up with those stupid little games, making a game and an adventure out of everything that's upon the earth, making mud pies. We was doing that as kids back in the day, all type of stuff, man. This is what's coming back to us, and we need this, man. Imagine when we're all together, and again, all of our, I don't have to worry about your weirdo child messing with my child. For you 2/3 Israelites, your weird ass, blonde hair ass son trying to talk to my daughter with his weird ass, all right, with his gang banging ass. I don't have to worry about that. I don't care if I don't see my children, for days in this kingdom, because I know they're gonna be all right. They ain't doing nothing but hopping on birds, flying around, climbing trees higher than Mount Everest, chilling up there for a few days type stuff, decked out all the way though, decked out like Prince. See, these people have no idea what a princess or what real royal priesthood looks like, man. Who queen, that queen over there that call herself a queen with that old ass ugly crown she be wearing? You know who I'm talking about? Prince H over there. Is that's what the people think? But yeah, that is what the people think, because that's the only example that they have, is them calling themselves kings and queens and shit. They have no idea what's coming and how we finna deck this place out. Call hello Yahweh Shem Shah. Or should I say, how Yahweh Shem Shah is gonna deck it out. And then once we, have proven ourselves, it's gonna be all hands on in the minds of each and every one of us. We're gonna put in work glorifying this kingdom, man. Like I say, I can assure you, in this kingdom I make it. You don't have to worry about, Brother Sakal ever seeing him, to the best of my ability. Now I might have some that I really like, but other than that, these garments that we're gonna be wearing, you'll never see me repeating one in the kingdom for all eternity. You'll never see me repeating an outfit, so called. All right, every day I'm gonna be wearing something crazy. You know what I mean? If I want. All right. But like I said, we got to get there, man, right now. And then you think about all that, and then your mind comes back to this reality: 9 to 5, defiled women, weird children. And then you see, oh my goodness, this surely ain't our rest. This is not it at all. Who's happy here? Who is glorifying this place? Who think that this is it? Who's still talking about Atlanta? Who's still talking about New York? Who's still talking about Cali, Miami, Detroit, Chicago, DC? Don't nobody give. All these places have went to hell, especially New York. And Atlanta on its way to. Atlanta been raggedy. You can still smell the crack from the 80s. If you know, yeah, downtown and Buckhead, the north side is okay. Go up in Bankhead, go up in College Park, and see how raggedy and how much homelessness is going on in Atlanta, man. How much sodomy is going on, man. All right, and a lot of people always say, Atlanta known for the sodomy. It isn't. I mean, a lot of that has to do with people moving there, man. You wicked ass Israelites, man. And again, trying to don't have the strength to not indulge in sodomy. Again, that's what our people want. We want to love each other. We want to be together. You know what I mean? But come on, we can't be doing the sodomy thing, all right? Or the women on women thing. And there's a lot of that shit going around, and you know how it goes, man. This is how we got into this situation. All right, but let me keep going. Book of Zechariah. Let's go to John 14 and verse 2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. Now you can think low level if you want to. Soon as I heard my brother say this the first time, expounding on this precept, he's going into those planets, man, in relation to these many mansions. The so-called white man say it's billions and billions of planets and galaxies. He don't know what's out there, but for sure, one thing about it, if you get a telescope, a decent telescope, you can see with your own eyes that there's something out there. So for sure, there's definitely planets, quote unquote, out there, and we really don't know what they're for yet, do we? Other than there, it's just something out there. The white man can say whatever he want. He been to the moon. He been to these places. We don't know, but we really doubt it. in relation to that bound that he can't pass that the Lord said he wouldn't be able to. The depths of the sea. There's places Esau ain't got. Leviathan in that water for the brothers that know about it. Leviathan, he ain't Esau ain't been way down in all of these oceans, and he ain't been way up there and all over the galaxies, man. But one thing about it, there is something out there, and the way Esau describing it, he's saying, man, one galaxy, just billions and trillions of planets. We don't know what the Lord got out there, but for sure, once things are restored, we are going to know, and we believe that those many mansions that the Lord is referring to is going into these galaxies and planets and things like that. Not just a mansion. Hell, that's attainable now. We got men and women of the nation of Israel in our captivity this very day that have multiple actual so-called mansions, different dwelling places. All right, you have to think bigger than that. Don't put the Lord in a box. I told my father that, and he went crazy. I could tell he really liked that. His ears perked up, eyes perked up. You mean tell me I'm gonna get my own planet? But when it comes to Hebrew, the name Yahweh, Yahushua, he seemed to be having a little trouble. But we working on it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, but that the reason why I say that's in relation to our people desiring those smooth words, prophesy deceits. They don't want to hear the harsh reality of prophecy. They just want to hear the blessings that the Lord can bestow upon an Israelite, and then want to get themselves in position to act like they deserve that. Oh, blessings. Oh, the Lord. Oh, mansions. Planets. They are all for that, and they'll be in line acting like they deserve to be blessed and like they deserve blessings from Yahweh Shema Shai, but can't even give reverence to him and his son utilizing the correct names that were given to us. Will disregard it. Matter of fact, will take the name of the Lord in vain, man. That's what our people are doing. If you disregard idiot, let me say, saying God damn it is not necessarily taking the name of the, because that's not the name of the Lord. That's a title. All right. Taking the name of the Lord is going into you completely disregarding it. All right, or mocking it. That's what it's going into. A lot of our people are just disregarding it. That's taking the name of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in vain, you dummies. All right, good luck with that. That's one of the 10. All right, moving on. Got a couple more. Let's see, 5. Book of Revelation 21 and 21. Real quick now. Let's get it. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was one of pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold. Everyone that I've heard has seen this undisclosed location, all right, and we're likening it unto the kingdom of heaven. They said the same thing. They saw this gold, and it was like transparent, as it was transparent glass, man. So yeah, that's just a part of this kingdom, the glory of it. We ain't saying nothing like that. Now Esau again with the amusement parts, Dubai, not New York, because it's old. It's so old. Dubai is more new, so it's more likened into kind of how they supposed to be really building things. Just these square bricks and shit. That's ridiculous, man. And it's making us sick just being in these environments. Just living in the projects in these ghettos, just our environment alone, not being around a lot of trees, especially for Israelites that are in these major cities, the New Yorks and things like that, that grew up with just all these skyscrapers and high-rise buildings in Chicago, Cabrini, all these things, man. It do something to your mind psychologically, man. Like for all brothers and sisters that ain't where a beach at, like Florida or out on the West Coast, it just completely hits different. I love palm trees, man. Just having palm trees around completely, I know for me, changes my mental state. I actually, have a couple little plant palm trees around my dwelling place now because I love them so much. Because for me, it just screams paradise. You know what I mean? The palm trees. So you grow up in a damn environment where it's nothing but brick, raggedy ass broke down houses and a bunch of raggedy ass people, old people just playing the lottery, hanging out at the goddamn gas station all day. It'll do something to you. And Lord know a lot of our people live in environments like that, and it has done something to us. Just that alone, like not seeing flowers and shit like that. You go to the side of the town of your town where they stay at, and they got nice flowers, trees growing. The schools are different. Hell, where I'm at right now, man, if you look at a middle school, it looks like where we're at, where Jacob is in the hood, it looks like a motherfucking prison. All right, you go where they live at, and it looks the same, middle school. It looked like a college campus. I'll just show y'all a video of how different it is where I live at, man, and how things are still really segregated. But again, man, the whole goal is for us to get out of here and get to our city, man. We want our city. We want our city, and we want it for us, and we don't want nobody taking our swag no more. We're tired of the swagger jackers, and they're taking our swag, all right? They're taking our salt. The Lord said, ye are the salt of the earth. They're taking our salt and still not giving us reverence as the Lord's children. I'm talking about all these other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, man. All right, the so-called white man and the white boys. I mean, the white girls and the white boys. Trying to dress like us, talk like us, dance like us. Be intimate like us. I mean, without giving us reverence as peculiar, special people above them. Where'd y'all get this from? Why are y'all wearing Jordans and all that stuff? That's a black man that that shoe is behind. That y'all are wearing almost, Yeezys. Black man. And y'all and you white folks is spending millions of dollars on that shit trying to be like us. We started. If we was to stop that shit and start dressing like the 1930s, I guarantee eventually they'll follow suit. They'll be up in this motherfucker in top hats and suits and canes. If we did that and we say this is what we're doing, this is the cool thing because we're watching it since day one. You guys have been following us. Now it was more, it was more covert back in the day. It was a lot of stuff going on, but you talk about like like the 90s, from the 90s on up, man, when things really really started to change, man, and these curses started to slowly but surely be lifted and transferred to our enemies. Man, they've been following us like it ain't nothing, man. And do you want to talk about the whole white woman loving the black man thing? That's a huge thing, and it ain't just about sex like people that ain't black men think. You not a black man, they think, oh yeah, they say, oh yeah, they just want you. Now some women are just nasty like that, and they are just about the physical. I just truly believe that the Lord has put a spirit upon them just to see that we're decent men, we're attractive. It's not, they don't desire us just because of our rod and things, man. They're attracted to us because we're nice looking men, especially when we put ourselves together. Have you not seen a person of another nation that looks good? I've seen women of all the nations upon the earth that look good, even Hamite women. Some nice looking, nice body, chocolate Hamite girls, man. Gonna probably be some concubines in the kingdom, man. All the nations. Ishmael got some nice looking women, and they be decked out too. Them Ishmaelites, and yeah, they more, princely and than we are, especially over there where they live at. They be wearing garments. Their women be in nice, looking like princesses, man, all jeweled up. That's how we supposed to look, but 10 times better. But again, that is what we're fighting for. That is what we desire. Our own place, our own land, our own language, man. We need that. See, we doing it the way we talk, our lingo different. Shout it, shorty that, shout it is, however you talk, where you from, man. This is a part. It's gonna be the same thing in the kingdom. We're gonna be speaking Hebrew, but you think we're not gonna have quote unquote slang and stuff like that? We're gonna turn it out, man. Once we, if we going to turn it out, wait till the children come up with how they talking in the kingdom. You know how they do nowadays. It's gonna be crazy, the dances that they're gonna come up with, dance groups, all type of stuff, man. You'll see in this kingdom, and it's gonna be glorious, man. All right, it's gonna be glorious. But let me continue and go ahead and finish this lesson, man. Go streets 6, 7, yeah, and I'll leave it at this in the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19, and it reads, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, that's what they do. Because why? They think that this is their rest. So they're chasing the bag. 401k, life savings account, checkings account, just always money, crypto this, crypto that. But the Lord is telling us, don't do that. All right. or where neither moth, oh, Salakia, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust do corrupt, because we can't take none of this stuff with us. All right. And it's all gonna end where thieves break through and steal. And that's the big one, man. Especially if the Lord against you, you acquire all these things, and it could either, perish in a million ways, or somebody could just steal your stuff, man. So we're not supposed to trust in that. All right. But we are supposed to do this. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And you know where our heart is, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shai, that kingdom, man. So we're adding unto our spiritual bank account, so we can be decked out for all eternity in this kingdom, man. We don't want to be equal to, we're going to respect the order that the Lord has already established amongst the brotherhood, starting with Yahweh Shai, all right, King David, and then it goes down from there, all right. But as far as everyone else is concerned, I don't want to be equal to. I want to be, in righteousness now, all right. A servant of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so we gotta keep on trucking, man. And remember, whatever we have to sacrifice on this side is gonna be worth it. You guys, you brothers and sisters, hey man, search for those videos or those testimonies or those visions, man. It's definitely motivating through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. But with that, again, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.